Icon Radio.
Top of the morning, everybody, karibuni to The Stitch with Sandra. Usually it will be DJ Hitch, lakini sijui nini limhapenia jana. We're here with DJ AKA.
DJ AKA in the building.
What it do, bro?
I'm good.
Karibu to the mayhem and the madness.
Asante sana.
I hope you're ready.
I am.
Ah, that's good to hear. It's that you've come in on a nice month. I don't know if this is a sign from God. You've checked in the month of love.
It is. And I'm also looking forward to some good things.
Must be nice. Mnangojea vitu good in the month of love. Must be nice. When you member of Men's Conference, ama Side Nigga Chronicles, ama uko department gani?
Men's Conference kama kawaida, we are not available kutoka tarehe 11 until 15th.
Mko missing?
Yeah, we are trying to do some business, so itabidi tu aelewe.
Utakuwa job, tuseme tu utakuwa job.
We'll be busy.
Hey, okay. Duly noted. But you know what I was thinking earlier? This, you know, the way this, I've been seeing a lot of, like, from like the 30th of like January, people have kept posting, like, hey, Valentine's, and you know, because it's falling on a Monday. So I've been seeing a lot of my male friends are just like, thank God imeanguka on a Monday kwa sababu tuko job. It's God. A big working day. You can't even atibatisha. You know, if it was like a Thursday, you can be like, you can get a day. You know, you can take the afternoon off or something. But it's Monday, you know.
Monday, so lazima
so hakuna pressure. Kazi yenu itakuwa tu tuma sewanduthi ma deliveries tu maua huku na ni hivyo kama umechill kwa nyumba.
Yeah, we are not available. Wacha sisi tufanye kazi. I don't think kuna vile tunaweza saidiana. It's on a Monday, by the way. It's not a good day.
You're not giving yourself pressure. Oh my days. Hey, let me tell you, this is the best month to be single because you just see the most amazing situations ever. Especially for the people who you know are supposed to be in relations. Me, it's I love this month so much because you can literally see. You know, you are with your friend on Friday and he was with somebody or she was with somebody. Saturday, building up to this Valentine's Day. But let me tell you, if you want to know if your relationship is actually solid, if your man or if your woman doesn't make plans with you on actual Valentine's Day, please, katu ukijua wewe ni side nigga ama side chick, please, because there are specific holidays that are for the main one. True. Christmas ni ya main, Valentine's Day ni ya main, Easter ni ya main. So kama hizo holidays tatu you are not involved. You know, during New Year's, people, even couples, they go separately because people want to just be crazy. So if you're invited for a gig, you know, if you're invited for like a date on New Year's Eve and everything, jua tu ni wakando. Hizo holidays zingine tatu that I've mentioned, if you are not invited for dates on those days, just understand, please kindly, you are a side person. And it's good that you can now acknowledge it for yourself. We're at the start of the year still. So you have time to redeem yourself. Achana na huyo mtu kabisa, jitafutie mwenye anakutaka.
Very true.
Right?
Very true, yeah.
It's not a lie.
Na unajua now, that's why tuna enjoy si wenye tuko single because hakuna hizo pressure.
Hiyo pressure tunaingia tu kwa sherehe tukichekelea watu.
No. Tunapiga sherehe vizuri sisi.
Haitusumbui.
Hakuna mtu anasikia ngojea chocolates, flowers, no.
Oh my God, I love it. So speaking of the month of love, Chimano from Sauti Soul is premiering his debut into a solo artist project. He has this massive event coming up called Love and Harmony. So Love and Harmony will be towards the end of the month. And I think obviously it's fitting because it's, you know, the month of love and blah blah blah. And there've been videos, you know, that he's been posting, you know, sort of like talking about, and different people talking about what they think love is. What do you think love is?
For me, I'm still trying to solve that equation. Yani, it's like pi na zile vitu tulisomeshwa high school chemistry. I'm still trying to calculate. Bado haijaingiana, so I don't know how. Goodness. I'm still trying to find the answer. So, Slika umepata ama?
I mean, chill. I've been saying every time I've said I don't want pressure, I don't want to halas. Me, I'm chilled. Stakangi is of pressure. It's too much. So we just say, you know, kudos to him because I'm like, I love that he's, you know, obviously we know he's a member of the LGBTQ plus community. He's partnered obviously with Bold Network with McKenna. So it's going to be one of those concerts where if you're not coming from a place of love and like support, it won't be for you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Which I think is something so important right now, especially in the last couple of weeks. You know, as we mentioned on the show last week, you know, with like Lithium committing suicide. It's even now brought into because Bien has also released a new song called Reset and Rewind, which is now garnered towards, you know, people remembering that, you know, love yourself. You know, focus when you're feeling like overwhelmed or anxiety has kicked in, take some time off. Ile too, you reset and actually rewind. You know what I mean? So I'm so proud of the artists who are actively spreading the message of positivity, good vibes. You know what I mean? Because for such a long time, if it's not songs about girls or boys, it's always been aggression. You know what I mean? Like, me no say, me no najua, you know. So it's so nice to be in a time where the songs are positive. You know, like this is music you can listen to with your show, with your 3-year-old child. Yes. You know what I mean? Like it cuts across the board, the message is the same. So it's a really, really awesome time to just be an artist because I feel like they're actually influencing society in the most positive and positive way we could ever have imagined. Yeah,
I've listened to the track, by the way. It's one of those melodies ambazo they are just soothing, by the way.
Exactly.
Symphony.
Lakini sauti ya Bien. Hey! As much as he's married, me I know. Personally, I'm like, bro, see, sasa he divorce kunaendaje. Bien will make anything sound nice. He can sing about ugali.
True.
And you'll just be there singing along and smiling like a fool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
It's good vibes. It's good vibes. Then I'm sure even you now, Kyga released his new album.
Yeah.
Last weekend, just after we wrapped up the show, I believe. Yeah. And it's gotten amazing reviews. Have you listened to it?
Yes, I have. And, kudos to Kyga, by the way.
I know.
For me, he's a mad genius. I think, whatever he's doing, whatever he's giving out, it's always out of the box. It's always unique. It's not something that you've seen or heard.
Yeah.
So I like his style.
Anajua kazi yake. And I like that he's come to change the status quo for like hip hop because he is a rapper.
Yeah,
he is a rapper.
Yeah.
So he's not doing that hardcore aggressive thing that we're used to.
True.
And then even his videos, because even just his videos in general, it tells a story people actually pay attention. Yeah. But it's a very creative way. He's a super, super duper creative guy. And I'm so glad that, you know, for how young he is, he's thinking ahead.
Yeah,
because me, like when I listened to the new album, I was like, you know, it reminded me so much. You know, the way for a long time, always used to be like, you know, Kanye West is crazy.
Yeah.
But then now, sitting down in his billionaire status, I'm like, okay, you when there was him clearly was for a reason.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
True, yeah.
And when Kyga started, a lot of people were just like, hey, again, this guy, why is he in a bathrobe in Tao?
Yeah,
you know, like, say.
He was like odd, by the way.
He was, you know, like he's a bit eccentric and a bit odd, but I love that because I feel like it's going to be what sets him apart and takes him to all the new levels that we needed the rap industry and the rap scene in Kenya to get to.
I think Kyga is our Drake, so we should be proud to have our own Drake.
Love it. So what moral of the story is you're going to plug in all these new amazing songs that have come out especially when you're out there DJing in the clubs.
Yeah,
we are going to play Kenyan music.
Lazima.
I'm
we
here
are
for
bumping
it.
To it these days,
I love to hear it.
Yeah.
So guys, we'll catch you back in a few minutes. We'll be back with like what is going on in the country because we've got I'm introducing a new segment called Kenya News with things that have just happened in the week that are just like ridiculous. You know, like I'm just like, what's happening? These are supposed to be our leaders. Kunaendaje, my guys.
Yeah.
So see you guys in a little bit. You're on the stage with Sandra and DJ AKA.
Yeah.
Icon Radio.
Karibuni back, guys, on the stage with Sandra and DJ Hitch, but today is DJ AKA.
Yeah.
Who's bringing us all the top vibes today?
Yes.
I'm telling you prepped me. I'm like, I had no intentions of being out today. Being a Friday, I was like, I'm just gonna stay home. What's on ngoje Saturday? Nione vile kutaenda. But the music, I'm like, listen. I'm even texting guys. I'm like, so plan. They're like, but Sandra ulisema wendi out nini endelea. Anyway,
That's my job.
Exactly, and you're doing a great job at it.
Thank you.
Sasa, as I mentioned earlier, you know, a lot of interesting things happen in this country every day. You know, in terms of our leaders and people who are supposed to be in charge of the country.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're so ridiculous it doesn't make sense. Sasa, there's a Migori speaker who was arrested. He was arrested because at 3 o'clock in the morning in Migori, he removed himself from his house, from his bed, to drive to the county office and to break into the finance office. Now, there's all this speculation because guys are like, was he going to try and steal money? Was he going there? You know, like, does he have pending cases and he wanted to go and, like, get the files, zipote? Like, nobody can understand. But what's overwhelming me the most is, why did he think, number one, there'd be no security in the county office at 3 in the morning? Like, I don't know.
For me, the first question is, are you a night runner? 3, where are you going?
Like, you know, watu wa hiyo. Watu wa Western hiyo ndo vitu zao.
Yeah, I
so, so you think alikuwa kinight runner kastukia melanda ofisini? Ay. Oh my god, that's actually the funniest version. I didn't even think about that. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. So now everyone was just like, sir, this is your office. Obviously, there's going to be security. How did he think that he'll just going to drive in, ainge tu afungwe malocks, aende avunje? Like, it just makes, that thing has confused me so much because, and I wish I had the opportunity just to ask him, bro, as in, what was the plan? You know what I mean? Because I'm like, there had to be a plan, but this plan of yours, ni plan hata it makes sense because unakaka mwenda, unaniget? Anyway,
so, for me, lazima tu watu waelewe. I think our leaders wanakuanga pia ni raia ya kawaida, so tunataka kuwachukulia like they are any special, any better.
But the reason why they're the leaders is because they're supposed to know better. Like, they're supposed to be more responsible than us.
I think that's where we go wrong. Most of the guys I see in this high offices,
ni watu wa kuchoma.
Yeah, ni watu wa kuchoma, ni wamchomezi.
Because you kuchoma yake ni top. Alafu sasa, as we continue in what's happening in the 254, I really loved. We had a whole set of nurses who had applied for jobs in the UK, and were now, got the jobs sent over to the UK. The UK sent them back.
What?
Because English haikuwa. So nikajiuliza, hold on, at Kenya Medical Training College, were they being taught medicine, as in, or nursing, in Kiswahili? Because why would you apply for a job in a foreign English-speaking country and you can't speak English?
To be honest, kitu ilikuja na meli, wacha kwanza tuanze tu hapo. So I think that's our first excuse.
Ilikuja na meli.
So it's not our first language.
Ni sawa, but let me ask you right now. If you were looking for a job, let's say in Germany. Okay? And you obviously you've decided, okay, there's a DJing gig that's going to come through out in Germany, so let me apply. At least you would have the bare minimum of words. You would be able to say hello, goodbye, I'm looking to DJ at your club, even to know some of their music already, like you will do you'll put some sort of effort. Sasa wewe umeingia kwa ndege kwa airport, land mahali, umeenda interview hospitali, there's a patient who has never spoken Kiswahili in their life. They're telling you, I'm hurting here, or I have had a headache for 3 days. Unamwangalia jua ule Kenya nasema. Help me understand how that happens.
So, it's a puzzle because I think our schooling, I think we were taught English.
Exactly.
Primary. So, I don't know why unapaswa kumefika kuwa nurse and English inakukosea. I don't know.
You ni monkey business because we don't teach in like university qualified or qualifications. Where, my God, the struggle. In Kiswahili in uni, they're taught in English, right? True. So I can't understand. That's like, it doesn't make sense. So anyway,
usishangae kupata bado kuna watu walifika huko na hata hizo qualifications zimeandikwa hapo kwa paper
si zao.
Kenya ni ile place. Ukitaka documents
unazipata. Actually, but then now that you've said that, I think that actually might be the situation at hand. So anyway, Kyga has reaccepted them back, put them all back to KMTC for English proficiency classes. Like, he has literally made that, like, that's what they've come back to do. And I was like, what an embarrassment. I'm like, we've just had a whole pandemic, I don't know what. So in my mind, I was like, how embarrassing can it have been? Can you imagine him receiving that email from the UK government telling him, or like his counterpart on that side, telling him, hey, my guy, you sent for us some 30,000, but we can't hire them. These guys don't know English. Like, kuna ibu zingine as a country, we should not, even him, by the time he was sending them, like telling them apply, they didn't do any interviews themselves as a ministry.
Ni hizo tu aibu ndogo ndogo unajua.
And vitu zingine hata make sense. Good God Almighty. Anyway, so there've been some really actually this week's character development topic, or something came up in conversations this week that I saw, where somebody said, I can't trust if my boyfriend or if my girlfriend is living with their baby mama or baby daddy and saying nothing is happening. So so that's my character development topic of the week. Would you trust your significant other if they lived with either their baby daddy or baby mama and they were telling you we're just living together for the child but nothing is happening?
No. Before, no, because we are on radio, but no, I wouldn't.
You didn't want to think about it for 2 seconds.
No.
You were like, that is a definite lie.
No.
Are you serious?
Alafu kwanza, using that word, that you trust. For me, trust is a really big thing.
On a toxic masculinity is happening right now.
No. Ada, let me just give you just a small something that happened to me. Kuna chopeana na dim fulani na alileta tu hiyo issue ya, do you trust? And I was like, trust is too big for me. I don't use that word anyhow.
Oh my God, you're joking.
I don't trust you. Yeah.
So that situation, you're just like,
Aiwezi. Aje. Where?
Lakini nisikia.
Yeah.
There's those instances where, even like financially, it doesn't make sense to have 2 separate homes. With somebody you've had a child with, okay? True. So, like, because that's paying rent in 2 places, paying for 2 separate nannies, it has to be different, like each house now has the cost of the child and the extra nanny, all that kind of stuff. So some people make that decision. They're like, let's just stay together.
First question is, are you living in 2 separate bedrooms or 1?
But you see, that's what they're going to say. Obviously, they're going to be like, we're in separate rooms.
Yeah, that's why I don't trust them, because I even don't believe that your story could live separate bedrooms. No, usiku mnapatana kwani nini na kwa ngumu kwa choyo na kunywa maji. Mnapatana kwa corridor sana na umeamka kwenda sijui washroom mwingine enda kunywa maji. Things happened bana, so I wouldn't buy that.
I agree with you to like 97%. But there's still a part of me that I'm like, if I had to think about it logically, I can understand how those things happen. But true, especially when you've had a child with somebody, closing that tie it's almost impossible. It's unless like sasa ile mwachane kabisa hakuna involvement na mtoi tena. You know what I mean? Those like that extreme one where one parent is definitely not even involved in the child's life. Then I can say, okay, that's when you've moved on. But at least still active members, because you remember, you created a whole human being.
Yeah.
There'll always be two vibes, my feelings, hapa na pale.
No, to be honest, one thing nimekuja kuelewa ni for such connections inakuwa ngumu ziisha by the way. Expect mtu amekwambia ati kabisa ati I'm done with my baby mama or my daddy.
Yeah.
That's a lie. There's always that time inafikanga inakuwa like I need to talk to them.
Kuna kitu extra.
I need to see you. So
Kenyans, ye of little faith.
No.
Zero faith or belief is what we're about in this country. My God. Good God Almighty. Anyway, guys, we'll be back in a few minutes. You're on Icon Radio. That's Icon Radio KE on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, or iconradio.co.ke. This is The Stitch with Sandra and DJ AKA. Catch you in a bit. We're going to talk about Rihanna and her pregnancy and how she broke every man's heart.
Every heart. Even
coming back.
Broken.
See you in a bit. Icon Radio. Karibuni guys, back on The Stitch with Sandra and DJ AKA Hitch.
We are back.
We hope uko sawa whatever it is you are, whatever is happening to you.
Hitch. Let me wacha tu tuachie story yako hapa for now.
Tutadiscuss
baadaye.
So this week, one of the biggest superstars in the world, who is loved by I don't think there's actually, let me think. I don't think there's any female celebrity who every guy in the world, and I say this and I mean gay and straight, was in love with. Okay?
We all have a crush, by the way.
Rihanna is the one artist, gay or straight, all men, women, like everyone was just like, listen, who knew them?
Yeah.
This week she proceeded to shock everyone and announce a pregnancy. I could hear the heartbroken hearts globally.
After the first question, nashindwa ili happen aje because
what do you mean ili happen aje? Kwani unajua anatengenezaje?
Hataki kuimagine hiyo scenario. No, hataki.
You wanted her to stay holy for life.
Yeah, aende hosi pengine alidungwa sindano maybe, yani something like that yani.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
We are in denial.
Let me tell you that she literally broke the internet with that announcement. And it was just a photo and I was like, whoa. So first of all, shout out A$AP Rocky. Clearly uli lockdown.
That's true.
A$AP Rocky, he did his job.
He
G, understood his assignment.
He's a G, so kuna vile
fully
tunamsupport. Yeah,
Ali understand assignment yake fully. He was like, I will deliver my niggas, I will deliver. So the announcement happened. Everybody then made memes about Drake and how Drake is just going to be heartbroken and he's shattered and that he's currently in studio making his next emotional album.
Say he's recording. I'm
like,
sure. Hataki story. Ni ma lyrics kuandika sai.
It's supposedly nimaliza. I was like, ile disrespect yenye watu wako nayo kwa hii dunia ni mbovu.
It's real, yeah, it's real.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, because you know, obviously for years we'll be like, Rihanna is the one that got away.
Yeah.
Like the one that got away. You know what I mean?
True.
And then now she's like, yeah, I'm gonna have a baby. Nini. So even for all the guys who've been hustling her on her page and everything, ask her to do new music because she's been focused on the Fenty product. Now imagine she's gonna have, so hiyo music mutaingojea, munenda kungoja. Number one. Then
true.
One of the biggest super fans of Rihanna, who's been in love with her I think from the beginning of time, Don Jazzy, literally did a post of like sadness. Because he was like,
bro, I feel you.
As in, alisema yani sikuwa ready for this he was like, I was not ready for this information today. He was like, my day is messed, I'm staying digs. Hata the shughuli and meetings I had nimezika siendi. As in alisema endi job. A whole Don Jazzy was like, how?
Don Jazzy, by the way, those are the things that are happening in Kenya. Kanairo, yani, we are used to heartbreaks. Na tuna move on, so
na character development.
Yeah, character development. So chapa tu kazi Don Jazzy. Usi
My goodness, that's so. You know, obviously then now with that, then I saw Kenyans like in sisi hatunanga breaks. You know, na ma screenshots watu walikuwa kimdm Rihanna ukisema ni sawa tu ati bado nakupenda. I was like, you people, what is wrong with us? Honestly, I love this country so much because we have no breaks. You know what I mean? Like somebody alikuwa na confidence kwenda kumdm kumwambia ni sawa tu mimi bado nakupenda, bro.
No, we are open Kenyans. Roho zetu tunafunguanga tu.
Tunasema
yeah, tunasema
hivyo na ni hivyo.
Kama ni amekukataa. Yeah, unakubali. But we still love you, Rihanna, by the way. Yeah, we do.
The love is for life.
The love is for life.
It's for life.
Yeah.
So now it's still on like what's happening out globally. Whoopi Goldberg. Remember Whoopi Goldberg, the actress?
Yeah.
Alichoma. So she has a show called The View. She proceeded to go and say on national American television that the Holocaust, which was ideally what happened when the Germans were killing the Jews, that whole period, under the reign of Hitler. And she went and said, but the Holocaust had nothing to do with race. It was about inhumanity. Where? Let me tell you, I think it started with every Jewish person or descendant of a Jewish person came for that woman.
True.
And you know, Whoopi Goldberg has such a clean reputation in terms of, you know, she's like the mother figure who started acting from, you know, Kumka sister act to
I think she's the Mother Teresa ni vile kwangi tu kwa Catholic Church.
You know, because she's like our goat. So for her to trauma like that, everyone was like, hii imetoka wapi? You know, like what do you mean?
Yeah.
So people came for her so hard because they were like, my guy, literally the Germans were saying, kill the Jews. obviously it was about race. You know what I mean? It was very targeted, very specific. So she's now been suspended from her show, The View. So I think she's been suspended for 2 weeks, or is it 2 months? Suspended. And now she has a whole set of people who have very serious anger issues towards her. And it makes me so sad because I feel like her career has been so awesome and so top. And I feel like this one thing itakuja kumharibia.
So, okay, nyewe kuchoma alichoma. Hakuna haja
unajua ni kama mtu kusema there was no slavery. The issue is not about blacks. Are you crazy?
So kitu sielewi ni hata kama we are encouraged that just be you and
express yourself
is in your heart. Saa zingine unapaswa ku speak to yourself, not to others. No, ujiongeleshe, usiende kuambia watu. No,
ujiongeleshe kwa kioka umetulia.
Have a meeting with yourself. Jiambie hizo vitu. Once you're done with that meeting, then unapaswa kuchagua how to tell the public. But ukienda kuongea just your personal meetings kwa watu.
Highways. No, and her traumaing, it was just actually too much. So anyway, so that's one of the things that happened obviously over the week. And then now the announcements of I don't know if you saw the highest earners from TikTok and YouTube. Forbes released the list of all those earners. Okay. Let me tell you, I asked myself, I think itafika 2 point sizes and ifungwe TikTok. There's a girl on from the TikTok app, Baba, who in last year made some 23 million from TikTok.
Come again.
Dollars. $23 million kuyani kuweka kamera yako kwa nyumba ufanye zile challenges. Let me tell you, I sat and asked myself, sasa sisi wengine yenye tumeamka kila siku kwa wiki 5 days a week umejitoa kwa nyumba for 9 hours, 23 million
Ara nilikuwa nataka kuuliza
on your phone.
Sijui kama nazafanywa training ya ningia TikTok pia, because clearly we are not doing the right thing.
I was like, what does that even mean? As in, can you imagine if she does that for the next 4 years? That's what, almost like $80 million.
Yeah.
That, and I think she's 23 years old. You have $80 million in your account just from that. Let's not even talk about endorsements and all these other things that you're going to be called into to that are going to pay you, siju appearances, siju nini. Iyo tu niyo app moja. App moja tu na umechill. You tell me, realistically speaking, why you should ever work in your life.
No, nadhania it's all about perspective, because sijui ni kazi gani hizo sisi utafuta na watu wanafanya kazi kwa nyumba ati tuna like taking some videos na kasimu. So sijui, I think we have been reconditioned, sijui utoke, sijui uende wapi ati papers
sijui ndio utamini kwa cyber cafe uprint what sijui birth certificate, sijui certificate of good conduct. Bruh, that was like, please, I was like, I'm really praying that even our government can start to understand and implement this kind of, I don't want to say classes because it's not really a class, but this kind of tools within the schools for kids to know you're not limited to just, you have to be a doctor, a lawyer, or like you can literally just be on your phone or on your mom's phone if you don't have your own phone and actually make a living.
Very true.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Musically, I was finding out as well. Lakini this one mimi nikajiuliza sasa hapa tunaenda kusaidiana aje. Somebody like Omale, just from iTunes or stroke Apple Music, earns about $60,000 to $70,000 a month, and that's one platform. Bado tuko na Spotify, Audiomack, sijui Deezer, sijui Boomplay. Bado in 1 month, one app. So I was like, this explains why for a lot of this new age digital based creators, in terms of music, fashion, blah blah blah, it is impossible to get them to to do like work, ile manual work, unaona, because kama umezoea tu kukaa kwa nyumba yako ufanye kitu alafu you're earning $60,000, 23 million in a year. Who is going to tell you that you need to come here and do what for 2 hours? Haiwezi.
Leta huyo mtu kwa ofisi mwambie aketi 8 to 5 jioni. Hiyo tu.
Hakujui by the way. Anyways, as we said, there are people who are living and then there are those of us who are surviving.
Very true.
So here we are.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, as long as we're all happy, is the moral of the story. Mimi naka 5k yangu na ule wa 23 million. Tuko tu sawa.
No.
Bora tuko
Bora
happy. Bora uhai is the parting shot of the show today.
Yes.
Oh my days. Anyway, AKA, it was awesome having you on.
Thank you very much.
Hitch, you were missed, but not that much because AKA shut it down.
Kabisa,
so
kabisa.
Miss you tuanza kufanya nini moving forward?
Hitch, unaweza endelea nayo ka holiday kidogo
tutakuita tukiko ready. Oh my days. Anyway, my loves, thank you so much for tuning into the stage with Sandra and DJ AKA today.
Kabisa.
We shall catch you guys next week. Muji enjoy weekend. By the way, unafanya nini weekend?
Weekend. Friday kwanza tunaanguka pale Riba.
Leo, unamean leo?
Yeah.
I know ile niko Karen.
Yeah.
Love it.
So come join us hapo kuna vile I'm holding it down unajua. I'm throwing down bangers after bangers.
That's the plan. Riba Marula. And Karen, we're on.
Sawa.
Adios, my guys. Catch you next week.
Icon Radio.